Hiya, I'm back. Thanks very much for tuning in. It's quite nice to know that people are actually tuning in. And as I said before, it saves me talking to myself. I imagine there's folk out there listening. Also occurred to me that, although there's probably not very many of you out there old enough to remember when the BBC last thing at night at the end of the programme, they had a priest or a minister or whatever giving the little talk of the day. And the little positive point, little Christian reminder. And then even few of you will remember Ricky Fulton, a Scottish comedian who did a parody on this, and he was known as the Reverend I Am Jolly. And he would do a wee comedy bit. He was never very jolly. Well, it depended on how much he'd had to drink, whether he was jolly or not. He would go through a phase of being jolly, and then if he'd had too much to drink, he just sat there and dribbled a lot. So anyway, I'm beginning to feel like that, except I won't have too much to drink before I come on. Your wee 5 minutes every so often, but I'm not going to be on the BBC, that's for sure. And today, it was kindness, really, I wanted to talk about. And it seems such an easy subject, in that we should be kind. But it's a funny subject because very often we take wee acts of kindness totally for granted. And these wee acts of kindness should be thanked, should not be taken for granted. We need to show gratitude because, well, to be honest, they're getting rarer and rarer these days. The more people look for themselves than there are to help anybody else. And that brings me into, maybe this doesn't sound right, but I don't believe in altruism. I believe in reciprocal altruism. And sometimes all that you expect to get back is knowing that you've got somebody else at a sticky position, or you've helped them on the road a wee bit, or not quite like in the Bible, where I remember the story in the Bible was it the Good Samaritan or something. If a man asks you to carry his case a mile, you should carry it too. My problem with that is that he's then got to carry it a mile back again, and that's wasted. So sorry, maybe I shouldn't have raised that, but I believe in reciprocal altruism, and sometimes all we get back is that wee buzz that we've helped somebody. And a lot of people find that acts of kindness very, very difficult to accept. Oh no, I couldn't possibly. Oh no, I don't want to put you out. Oh no, 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 I'll manage, I'll manage. It's fine, yeah. And they find it really difficult to accept. And what we need to remember is that sometimes that's all they've got to give, whatever it is they're offering. My mother in her later years, even later than I am now, she would hand the kids some money. £5 here, £10 there. You're going away your holidays, here's some money. And the kids would sort of step back. I don't want to take Granny's money. It's not right for me to take Granny's money. But that's all Granny could do. By this time she was housebound. She didn't do anything else, but she had a wee bit of spare cash. And I used to say to them, it makes Granny feel good to feel that she's giving you something. And no matter what it is that we give somebody else, it makes us feel as if we've helped that person along. And we should never go, oh, no, 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 I'll manage. We should go, thanks very much, that's great. And we should accept it. And then in our heads, or to the person, we should be grateful because that person was able to give us something and we have taken it gracefully and therefore they have got the buzz. And the other stage of this was a friend of mine a local old wifey had got a car and a bit of sticky wicket. Well, literally. It went through a puddle somewhat larger than the car could take and flooded the car, basically. Stopped. And anyway, he helped when he could. And then regularly every couple of days, because obviously the car was kaput, it was an insurance job after that. And then regularly every few days, he would give a wee phone and say, "Can I take you down to shops? I'm going to the supermarket. Do you want to go with me? Get your messages." So that's a Scottish word, isn't it? Get you shopping. And I couldn't help but think that was really, really nice of him. So not only did it help the old wifey out, but it gave me a wee buzz to think that there were still people about who were willing to go that extra mile and think this wee wifey needed help, not just on that day, but kept it in mind to get in touch with her further down the line. So when you do a kindness, you do the kindness not only to the person, the recipient, but to other folk who realise that there's still kindness in the world. So deadline, oh, my 6 minutes is up. My deadline for today is never take kindness for granted. Never take it for granted and never refuse it. Obviously we help out where we can, but remember, whoever is offering it because they can, and to accept it gracefully gives them a buzz as well, a warmness. And the Pass It Forward film was great for that. If you do something you can't to somebody, they will do something they can't to somebody else. So, buzzword for today. Next time somebody says, "Oh, I'll help you with that," don't go, "Oh, no." See, yep. Well, thanks very much. That gets me out about a sticky wicket. So, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that's got you thinking, if nothing else. And all the best to you all. Thanks for tuning in.